All right, my name is MaryAnna. If you're new here, I am an energy reader. Excuse the bird. His name is Kiwi. That is an evidential medium, a psychic, an animal communicator, animal medium, and a nonverbal communicator all rolled into one. If you want more information on that, please do go watch the other videos on my YouTube. 5 ways to pick a mentor. So I think picking your mentor is one of the most important things you can do if you're going into intuition, psychic, and or medium. Honestly, I guess it would be one of the most important things you can do if you're going into anything. If you're going into selling cars, it's going to be one of the most important things that you can do. So number one, do you resonate? I'm going to have bird stew tonight. I swear to goodness. Number one, do you resonate with the person you see on the screen, talk to on the phone, or even meet in person? There are some mediums, psychics that will bash you over the head with their politics. They will talk religion. They will talk abortion. They will talk any of that and more in a moment's notice. They will let you know how they feel. They will almost shame you if you don't believe the same way. So you need to know if you resonate with that. I don't. I would never willingly pick someone who wants to continuously tell me what to think, how to vote, or what I should believe in order to exist. I think we need to go back in time a little bit where we didn't really talk about those things quite as freely. I don't think we need to know every little thing about someone in order to learn from them. All right. Number 2, are they teaching through videos or are they teaching in person via Zoom or even in person? So this is kind of a big one. Do you learn better in person? Are you set up to learn via Zoom? Are you set up to learn via video? I was going to set up my classes via video, which it's an evergreen product. You do it once, you let it sit out there. Whoever buys it, buys it. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. And I decided against it because I'm starting to realize I didn't enjoy those classes as much as I enjoyed the classes where I had someone talking back to me and mentoring me immediately, right? Who would stop me and say, no, I want you to try XYZ, whatever that was. Videos have their place, so don't get me wrong. But for the most part, if you are just now coming into this, I very strongly suggest you do not go to TikTok for your information. But I also suggest you try to decide, do I enjoy video content? And if so, how much interaction am I going to get with the actual mentor? And or maybe I want to take classes that are strictly on Zoom, personal, someone knows my name and we're interacting. So that's another big one. All right, number 3, how long has the mentor actually been doing this and do they do this as a business? I personally don't delineate between part-time and full-time, but you might want to. It's whatever resonates with you. I have a full-time, this bird. I have a full-time 9 to 5 still, and I do this as a part-time thing. Well, I actually probably put as much time into this per week as I do my regular 9 to 5, 40 and 40. So I don't have much of a life. But how long has the person that you're talking to actually been doing this? And do you have either YouTube videos to show you what they do, or have they given you an actual reading so that you know what they do? A lot of people talk an extremely good game, especially on TikTok, and they will get your money and it will be the most vague, banal, basic stuff that you've ever encountered, and you've given them good money. I actually saw the Beliski experience. First of all, she's charging for a trance class, and she's only been in this business, in my opinion, for 2 years, even though she claims she's been doing it for 15 years. It's I would love to see her prove it. How about that? I would love to see something from 15 years ago where she was actually professionally a medium, because I'm going to call BS on that one. All right. And she's charging some ungodly like $1,800 for a trance class. You'll have to go look that up yourself. Don't hold me to it. Tony Stockwell. Okay. If you're interested in trans mediumship, Tony Stockwell charges a small bit over that. And that is who James Van Praagh took a class from. So number one, I think it's important to note that James Van Praagh, who has been in this business for 40, 50, I don't want to overdate him, 40 years, let's say 40 years. he went and took a class just to kind of stay sharp, right? We continually do continue education. He took a class from Tony Stockwell. So to me, Tony Stockwell is kind of the guru of trans mediumship. Somebody like the Beliski experience, you guys are taking classes from somebody who uploads her readings to YouTube. You can go watch them. And it is the most, it is an underdeveloped mediumship experience. Let me put it that way. So if you're going to pay that kind of money, at least go to someone who's been doing this for decades, i.e. Tony Stockwell. There's others. There's Arthur Finlay College. I believe Martin Twycross has a video. If you like to do lecture video type courses, Martin Twycross, Twycross. He has some stuff on trans mediumship. I personally do channel, but I don't teach it because I don't have that kind of experience and I haven't been doing it long enough to teach it. There's a certain level of discernment that you need in order to teach something, especially something like trans mediumship, where you're giving another entity permission to communicate through you, if you will. So by all means, I don't even remember where I started with this one. Oh, experience. By all means, ask someone to prove what they're claiming. So for example, I could literally send you, proof that I've been doing tarot readings for 5 years. I could send you proof that I started this in officially my website in 2021, that when I started charging. You see where I'm going with that? I have reviews, I have clients. I'm not making some outlandish claim that I can't back up. And so you guys really need to start being discerning. I think that in this niche, especially, understanding who is full of crapola is one of the best things you can do for yourself. All right, so we had 1, 2, 3. Number 4, actually watching the person who claims that they can teach or mentor do what they say they can do. Quite often, I will, during a class, just randomly also participate. I will randomly also be the first one to give information that I don't previously know, because I want my students to understand that I can do it. There's one class that I took from a gal over in the UK, and I wish I had watched her do mediumship before I took her classes, because it was it was unimpressive. It was okay, right? So watch the person, and if they don't have any sort of examples to send you, why not? That seems, and then they will claim, oh, privacy, I couldn't possibly share. There's got to be someone that will agree to let them share a reading. I have people that have agreed to let me share it publicly on YouTube for the entire world. So if they've been in business long enough, there's someone somewhere that will agree to let their reading be seen by you, if you will. And then finally, number 5, what does your intuition tell you about this person? Do you tend to be a sucker for a good story? And what do I mean by that? I've always taken people at face value, and it has backfired tremendously from time to time. Every now and then, sorry, my thing keeps moving. Every now and then I've gotten it really on point, but go to your intuition and say, here are my weaknesses, i.e. I tend to take people at face value, and I've gotten screwed in the past for that. So how do I feel about this person if I were to step back and be a neutral third party, and I were to look at this person, and even maybe picture a friend of yours, and a friend of yours comes to you and says, hey, I'm thinking about this MaryAnna as a mentor or a teacher, right? Step back and say, what would I tell a friend, right? So look in your gut, do your intuition, come at it from a neutral third party, pull cards, use your pendulum, really kind of get into, is this actually a good idea? And then sleep on it. Sleep on it. Because even if I'm not the teacher that you resonate with, I don't want people out there getting screwed. I hate losing money. I mean, to be quite honest, there's nothing that triggers me more than a shitty product for good hard-earned cash. Like nothing. Like I will fight that charge on my credit card type of thing. All right. So before you go and give someone money, when you resonate with them, does it sound like something you want to learn from them? Does their cussing turn you off? I wouldn't be your girl, right? Or maybe you need someone who cusses because you want someone who's just like right there, right now, hit it, let's go. Then I would be your girl. Do you see where I'm going with this? So really don't just take like the first person that comes along. Really look at your own personality. Some people are more formal. Some people would never cuss during a mediumship reading. That isn't me. It isn't me. Because people cuss in life and people cuss from the other side. You can take it or leave it. I've brought them through. What else? Yeah, those are the 5 things. So I would recap that one, except I did them off. Spirit was helping me do those off the top of my head, and I actually don't have them written down. So to recap, you'll have to rewatch the video. And yes, I'm absolutely going to do something with that bird. No, don't worry. He's going to live.